Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. The trickle down of profit is just not worth it. That's according to one local taxi operator. He says there is a strong hold on the neck of taxi operators. Vincent Frederick is lashing out at corporate taxi services, hotels, and political leaders for what he says is a stagnation of profits. Solange Alfred tells us more in this report.
Local taxi operator Vincent Frederick says the taxi sector is systematically flawed. According to him, the system does not work in the best interest of the little man, with commercial taxi services reaping the lion's share of the benefits, while the little man has to settle for crumbs from the table.
One of the things that I've noticed, in spite of they telling you that tourist season is on, the local man, the local taxi drivers, in all the different organizations are not the one that is benefiting from the tourist industry. The bigger boss, like the big fish, they have caught the tail of the local taxi drivers. For example, I can mention holiday taxi. We have courtesy taxi. When the tourist season is on, sometimes you see they have 3 or 4 cruise ships, and taxi drivers are still driving. Now this is something that I've been monitoring. I'm not just talking about it because I am an operator, but this is something that is happening. There are times you see 4 cruise ships in port, and the taxi driver may just having to make about $60 or $70.
Frederick says many small operators have gone the way of advancing themselves to be up to standard with top-notch vehicles and customer service. However, he says these assets play no role in competing with the higher-ups in the industry.
We as taxi drivers, taxi operators, they told us that we have to do the seminars, get ourselves educated when it comes to the tourism and the history, the culture of the country. We live in our business and we go in to Swapa Louis for how many hours, and at the end of the day, we are not the one that is benefiting from it. The big boys are the one. Before they used to see taxi drivers are hungry, but now they are hungrier than us. They're taking all the big jobs and they're filtering it down to us, you know, at a very cheap rate. And some of our executive members, if they call you to go and work for that company and you don't go, they're penalizing you.
The taxi operator says policy must be put in place to protect the small taxi operators.
I get in a trip on my own from Castries to Beaufort Airport, $80 from Castries, 80, or we say 200 EC. There are certain hotels that will give you that same trip coming from all the way up in the north to go down to UNAir Airport, air conditioned, and you don't get 200 EC. You understand me? So it is not in the benefit of the local taxi drivers, taxi operators. It is for the big boys up there. So now the big boys, they are still linked up with members of the government, whether it's opposition or the government. You understand? So who will you go and complain to?
So what can be done?
There's nothing can be done, my dear, because we have fought for that for years. Over 20 years and nothing is happening.
Frederick says the downward descent of the taxi sector has kept him from becoming a part of a large company and has pushed him to continue being his own boss. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solange Alfred.
Attorneys for the family of the deceased Botham Jean on Friday the 27th of December filed an appeal against a partial judgment that the city of Dallas is not liable for the death of Botham Jean. The civil lawsuit filed by the Botham Jean family attorneys had argued that better police training could have prevented the young man's death, but the city of Dallas argued that there was no evidence to support such an argument, and a judge agreed to strike out Dallas from the lawsuit. Darrell Washington, one of the attorneys for the Botham Jean family, told a U.S. TV station, quote, "We feel that the city of Dallas should be in this lawsuit. They should be held responsible for the actions of Amber Geiger," end quote. The partial judgment has been appealed by the attorneys representing the Jean family. The family's legal team said the news that came just a few days after Christmas delivered a major blow to Botham Jean's mother and father. New year, new me. It's a popular refrain when rounding off the old year and heading into a new one. But over the years, many have made a concerted effort to move away from making resolutions that remain unfulfilled and leave makers of those resolutions feeling unaccomplished and unfulfilled. But which boat are you in? Do you have any resolutions for the new?
With 2020 fast approaching, many have set out on establishing their New Year's resolutions. So we took to the streets to ask members of the public what their New Year's resolutions are. This is what they had to say.
I would like to see everybody that consider they not voting for government to give them a plot of land where they can plant, where they can live. If you consider yourself to be a non-voter, you're not concerned about the country, to me, government owe you a plot of land where you can plant, where you can live, so that you don't have nothing to do with the system. Now, you don't need ID card, you don't need the state license, you don't need the state passport, because you're not concerned about the country. That's what I would like to see for my New Year's resolution, and any government should implement that. That's what I would love to see.
Well, the same, nothing new. It's just a new year for me. I'm getting older, which I accept. That's it. I just accept it's a new year. There's nothing new that I want to do. Keep on doing the same thing I normally do.
My resolution for the new year is try to be a better man than what I am today, and learn to love people even more, even my enemies. And I want us to pray for our country, St. Lucia, and the world. And I want to say Happy New Year to everyone. And let us keep the love for 2020, for the new year that's coming. It's all about the love, because God is love.
2020, we will have some tracks there. I want to tell you, the kind of thing that is happening right now. So what to expect for the Ashanti in 2020 is to collect the Kaiso Munap. That's what I'm looking for. You hear me? That's my aim this year. To tell you, because my wife told me she want me to win a monarchy again, so I'm working hard to achieve that. And by the grace of God, as a man of God, I will achieve that. Trust me. That's what I'm looking for, 2020.
New Year's resolution is a nice something to talk about that time. Now it's resolution time and so on, you know. I try to be a better person, you know, a more serious man. I try to be more prosperous. And I try to please God more, you know. That's what it is like. Cheerio.
My New Year's resolution is for me to be a more effective Christian, for me to see how best I can serve more meals to the poor and to the homeless, and to just focus my attention on my family, be more family oriented, you know, and try to spend more time in the Word of God, you know, try to be on a more spiritual level. Yeah, that's my New Year's resolution. Blessed love. Yes, sir. Peace and love.
I want the government to call election now.
There's resolutions, you don't have to keep them. So that makes no sense, you know what I mean? I'm just happy to be in St. Lucia. I'm usually here every Christmas, so my New Year resolutions come back here next year.
For this new year, what I really want to do, someone serving the Lord, I'm serving the Lord, and I need the Lord to bless me more and more and build me up in the faith, so that I could build up myself, even that when I'm walking and I'm seeing people that need help and they are not close to the Lord, I could tell them that the Lord is working. You need to trust the Lord and live with the Lord. Forget about everything, because you know the devil is working every day. Every single day he's planning our minds what he's going to do with us. But remember that the Lord is blessing me and he's strengthening me, and I want the Lord to bless me and guide me for this new year, that I could continue in the faith. I could go out there and bless the people and let them know that Jesus is the first thing in our lives. There is nothing could make us happy. You could have all the money, you could have everything, but remember that God come first in our life. I love Jesus, and I'm going to die with Jesus in my life.
With Christmas past, many people have set their New Year's resolutions, with some weighing on political fronts, social fronts, and others on more spiritual terms. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solange Alfred.
Well, those were your resolutions and non-resolutions. I think my resolution heading into 2020 is to fight the cold harder. Hopefully not get the cold as much in 2020. In other news, reigning Calypso monarch King Dennis Alio, also known as T-Caro, says he will defend his title tooth and nail in 2020. The king, who won with his song entitled Remote Control, says competitors should gear up for some stiff competition if they wish to dethrone him. T. Caro says he's moving into the new year with his eyes on the prize of a repeat Monarch win come 2020.
Without a doubt, I mean, we are going to put up the greatest defense ever. So those persons who intend to come and challenge me, I'm cautioning you against what you may come with, because you have to come very good. And if you don't come very good, then of course we will go 2 and then 3 and we'll continue to win as long as you don't have what it takes to beat us. But next year, look out for us. We are going to be very powerful and we're going to do an exceptional job. It's going to be the greatest defense ever.
That was T. Caro, St. Lucia's Calypso Monarch for 2019. This is the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. Stay with us. There's more news coming up after the break.